Hello and welcome, konnichiwa minasan. It is me, Ren, the interdimensional sleeper agent. And it is Wednesday. And time for Trails in the Sky. The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Can we beat this today? By the way, is that in the background the castle I'm about to not actually infiltrate? I'm going through the front door, but does the main menu background image depend on where you are in the game? Because if yes, that's pretty cool. Let's waste no time and get right in. So will I have to relearn how to control this game again? Maybe. One party member short. What could it mean? Many things. Before I forget it, tomorrow, if everything works out, something unusual will happen. I will be on air way earlier. Speak 3 hours earlier. Like 16 o'clock, 4 p.m. in the afternoon. That is the plan, at least. What exactly will happen? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe check it out. In other news, this Saturday, probably, unless we don't finish this today, you know what? We are still very much at risk of not finishing this today. But if we do, Dave the Diver, you know, I don't think I'm gonna waste like an entire Saturday evening, High Astro, an entire Saturday evening on the finale of this game if I know it's like really short, the rest is really short. So yeah, if we don't finish today, then we'll probably wait an entire week until next Wednesday. Okay, what's happening? Zin, yeah. Oh, are we going to the castle already? Just to remind you, since we are going to be staying there after the party, we won't be able to leave until morning. I think I'm ready. I can't do anything else anyway. Well, let's show the gatekeeper our invitations then. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Probably because we don't get invitations to big events like this very often. Excuse me, the Royal Castle? Hey, this is the castle of Her Majesty the Queen, bitch. Have you not heard yet? We won that. We won that thing. Unless you have official business here, you need to... Hey. Hi there. We're sorry about the other day. Oh, it's you two. You're still staying in town? Yeah, we still have some business to take care of. We have a formal invitation, so by your leave, may we pass? A formal invitation? They didn't. They've been standing here for 3 days straight. Received directly from His Grace. What? It's a giant! See, right here, written invitation. Let's see. To Zin and his team, in appreciation for your performance in the competition, you are cordially invited to a dinner party. Oh, okay, you guys were in the martial arts competition. Right, and I heard the winning team was led by a huge Eastern guy. So is that you? You got it. We would greatly appreciate your help. Makes sense. The head maid told us you'd be coming. You're missing someone. What happened to him? It's kind of impolite, I know, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it. We are the only ones coming. Ah, well, that's a pity. No matter, please go on in. No background check on the guy that is about to enter the royal castle. Not the one that is actually an Erebonian spy, not the other foreigner, and also not the two young braces that are like that the wait, what was their actual blah 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 special division? Intelligence, the intelligence division, right. Now entering Zin and company, victors of the martial arts competition. Open the gate. Double door. Wow. It's like the Harken Gate, but there's something more impressive about it being part of a castle. I bet it's more solid too, since it's the royal castle. You know, I would actually not bet on that. That's part of why it's impregnable. Ever since the nation was established, no enemy has ever broken through the Ahnenburg wall. The capital's been ravaged by war numerous times as a result of mutinies and insurrections amongst the nobles. But even then, the castle held the rebel army at bay and protected the royal family and the refugees. Or so the stories say. Wow, that's pretty neat. Very much the sort of tale one would expect from a nation with such history. Now, welcome to Her Majesty's Grand Cell Castle. Go right on in, you will be met by a welcoming party inside. And, not by a welcoming party, but a welcoming party. What do you think? This place overrun with monsters, maybe? I give it an hour. Whoa! I can say that again. I've never seen anything that compares to this place. It's not just pretty, it's got history. I can really feel the traditions and the rules of the old kingdom here. Welcome to Grand Cell Castle. You're Zin and his team, correct? Headmate? No. Oh my god. Captain Amalthea. This isn't really unexpected, but even so. That's right, we come at the invitation of the good Duke. And you are? Pardon me. I am Captain Canona Amalthea of the Intelligence Division, head of Grand Cell Castle's defense. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations for your championship victory. Watching the match was truly a spectacular experience. Like, are they really that unaware of what happened at, was it called Leisten 4? You're too kind, really, and may I say, I didn't know they made women as young and pretty as you into captains. You must do, excuse me, sexism, hello. You must do fine work. But you are the flatterer. But I'm not so young as your bracer friends. Estelle and Joshua are bright. It's been some time since the incident in Size, hasn't it? Yeah, I guess it has. Quite some time. Unfortunately, the matter concerning Professor Russell is yet to be resolved. It appears that he and his granddaughter were abducted by a group of nefarious individuals. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Look at her, she knows. I'm afraid not. We left that case up to the full-fledged bracers and came to Grand Cell. We never even heard the follow-up report on it. I see, that's truly a shame. Well, with the resources of the Intelligence Division, it's only a matter of time before the culprits are arrested. Have no fear on that score. What the hell's with her? Understood. We trust you to take care of the professor. Oh, absolutely. Now we must show you to your rooms. Share, if you would please do the honors. Yes, ma'am. See to their needs, but do not bore them with any idle chatter. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am, I understand. Very good. Now, everyone, I hope you enjoy your evening. For my part, I must bid you farewell. Now that is one fine woman. I hate to say this, Izan, but your taste in woman is crap. There's nothing fine about that fox-faced harpy. I think that might just be his favorite type of woman. I just tend to find that women like that turn out to be pretty good people once you peel back a few layers, so to speak. You're hopeless. Not that it matters, but you really do sound like a dirty old man sometimes. Oh, my honor. Oh, sorry about that. You were supposed to show us to a room, right? Yes, please allow me. Pardon my not saying before, but I am Shea, a maid here at the castle. I will be at your service this evening from the dinner party until the morning. If anything is not to your satisfaction, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you very much. Will you please show us the room then? Certainly, it's on the second floor. Give her the... Like, do we have a letter for the headmaid? Or are we supposed to, like, directly tell her? Oh, the perspective feels weird. This is not the perspective we are used to. Oh, wow. With a load of the chandelier, talk about classy. Hush, Castel. What's that way? That's the throne room. Her Majesty uses it to receive personal guests. It hasn't seen much use in recent days, though. I see. But is the Queen's condition really that bad? Isn't the birthday celebration coming up soon? Oh, no. It's just that it's the headmaid who tends to her in the royal keep of late. I shouldn't speak on subjects about which I'm unfamiliar. Come then, shall we? Oh. How can I say it? She got a loose mouth. All kinds of secrets just slip out. This is the room where you will be staying. Please go on in. Okay. Okay. Pardon us. Holy Stregas. Never imagined we'd ever stay in a place like this. Nice. This will make a good story for later. I believe there's still some time before the party. You are free to explore the castle, but the security areas are off limits. Oops, skipped that on accident. Can you be a little more specific? Most significantly, the royal keep where the queen resides. It is a small palace of sorts built on the garden terrace on the roof. Garden terrace? That sounds nice. The terrace is where Her Majesty greets the people of Grancel from during the birthday festivities, so you cannot go into the royal keep itself, but you may visit the garden terrace if you like. As for the other restricted areas, there's the Royal Guard room and also the treasury, I believe. The Royal Guard room. I guess they are still wanted for questioning about all the terrorist stuff. Yes, the intelligence division is currently occupying it. Entrance is restricted, so please abide by the rules. Understood. By the way, what are the others who were invited doing? They've already arrived. I imagine they're relaxing in their respective rooms. Alright. So Mayor Klaus is here too. Oh yes, he arrived some time ago. Now, if you will excuse me, I will be off. If you need anything else, please contact the first floor waiting room? Rating room? The first floor waiting room. I love this. Like accidentally like messing up a word and then like consequently messing up the entire thing. Now then, Castel and Joshua exchanged a look that went unnoticed by Zin. Hey Zin, we want to go and walk around the castle for a little bit. We will be back in time for the party. It must be nice to be so young. I'm worn out after the tournament. No problem, have fun. Me, I'm going to kick back and relax in this oh so luxurious room. He's gonna masturbate. We need to get as much done as we can before the party starts. First, Julia told us that we have to talk to the head maid Hilda. I'd like to say hello to the other invitees too. We likely know most of them. I'm thinking... what does the end game look like? Because there is not really any overworld areas left. Like, just the way he said he's gonna relax and then immediately the door closed with perfect timing. It's true. It's just, that's how it's gonna be. But the end game, no extra areas. I think we have not been to all of the towers, but one of them was optional apparently. Like, will we just be in this castle? We haven't been to every place in the capital. I don't think there's gonna be like a thing where, and now you need to collect the special thing from every, you know them, the 4 MacGuffins in the 4 areas from the 4 chapters, like on every tower or something, and we have to do something. I don't think that's gonna happen. Mayor Klaus. Ah, Joshua, Estelle, you made it. Wait. Ah, this guy, Dean Collins, Dumbledore. It's been quite a while. Dean Collins? You were invited to the banquet as well, sir? I just arrived today via airship from Rouen. A little mayoral birdie told me you two won the tournament. Jill and everyone else will be so happy to hear it. Thank you. I had no idea we'd be seeing you here, Dean Collins. Dean Collins is a member of the Royal Assembly and a man of great respect in Leeward. It's only fitting he be given a seat at this banquet. A man of great respect, he says. You flatter me, Mayor. What's the Royal Assembly? It's a meeting held once per year to address matters affecting the kingdom. The Queen, mayors of every city and other representatives all come together to try solving various problems of state. The biggest think tank in Liebel. Wow, sounds big. So all of those guys have been invited here tonight too? No, I'd say only about half. Her Majesty is still ill and General Morgan is away on official military business. Mayor Delmore of Rouen was arrested in that nasty affair. And Professor Russell, he is a bit too entrenched in too many unknowns right now. We don't know how true all this talk is of the Royal Guardsmen being involved in some underground terrorist organization. It's hardly the time to be holding a feast at all, if you ask me. Well, we can use this chance to see where Duke Dunnan stands in all of these issues. We need his permission to have an audience with Her Majesty regardless. Yes, that's the biggest issue here, without a doubt. Barring us from seeing Her Majesty is the height of idiocy and mismanagement. I would like to pay my respects to Princess Claudia as well, but it's the same story. Princess Claudia's the Queen's granddaughter, right? Does she live here in the castle? No, it's my understanding her actual residence is elsewhere, but I'm told she's come to the capital as of a few days ago. She is here then? I'd really love to meet her. I'm sure you will have a chance. Does He must know, right? That one of his students is actually the princess slash a granddaughter of the queen? Where are we? What does this world look like? It's round, huh? Can't take that for granted. Libra, what are those people at the intelligence division up to? Taking important documents without official permission. I guess he's the librarian here then. Wait. Ah, no, we went one further already. Okay. Hello? Hello, hello? Oh, this one from Bose, right? Mayor Maybell? This game loves its mayors. And Lila, Joshua, Estelle. Ah, here at last. I kept wondering when you'd get here. I was practically counting the seconds. So you were invited here too, Mayor? Hey, wait, you were waiting for us? How did you know we were coming? I heard from Mayor Klaus. I heard about a pair of children who entered the tournament, won its championship, and were invited to a grand royal banquet in the castle. If I had known, I would have cancelled my appointments and come to cheer you on. Begging your pardon, ma'am, but that would have been quite impossible given the circumstances. Yes, I'm aware. I'm trying to be polite. Ah, don't worry, I know how busy you must be. I'm sure the Queen has no time to waste at a banquet. But what with everything else going on, what is Duke Dunham thinking? That captain was so stubborn about inviting me too, I had no real choice but to accept. You know what? I forgot his name. Colonel Richard? That captain was so stubborn about inviting me too. Which captain? Like the big bad right now is Colonel Richard, right? Like at least the big bad as far as we can see. We don't know if there's actually like other international powers manipulating him. But did he influence the list of guests for this party to get all the important influential people of the kingdom here today? Maybe to like capture them, hold them hostage, whatever. I had no real choice but to accept. Do you mean Captain Amalthea? Yes, that's her. Her words were polite enough, but she gave me an evil eye while she spoke them. I dared not refuse her request. I haven't heard from General Morgan in quite some time. Wait, does that mean you haven't heard any word from the Harken Gate? The General is unavailable is the longest message I have been able to wring from them. It would seem he's busy with these anti-terrorist countermeasures or what have you. I had hoped he'd be in attendance at this banquet tonight, but I guess he couldn't pull himself away. What do you think about all of this, Mayor? Putting mayors from every city in the same place at a time like this? Well, if the Queen were to be in attendance, I would expect some announcement of no small importance. But as it is, this feels like the Duke has too much time on his greasy, chubby hands. Savage. He's letting this position of royal proxy go to his head. That sounds about right, but there might still be some kind of official announcement, don't you think? Well, whatever may come of the night, the Grand Chef here is the best in all the kingdom. I plan to enjoy the dinner, pay my respects to Her Majesty, and return to Bose post-haste. This side was empty? Yeah. Could we... let's go this direction first. Oh, is that our guy? No, it's the factory chief. Huh. Castel, Joshua. Mr. Murdoch, I thought you might be here. With the mayoral class individuals on the guest list, we had a feeling you might also be in attendance. Yeah, does Zeiss not have a mayor? Or was it just not as important? I must say, I never expected you two to win a tournament championship and end up hobnobbing in Granville Castle. Cassius kids to the bone, you are. It took more than our upbringing to get here. Lots of people helped along the way. So it's been a few days. Have there been any developments? Well, right after you left for the capital, Captain Amalthea from the intelligence division came knocking. She forced me to come to this banquet, but I kept my mouth shut about Leyston Fortress. Professor Russell and company are still on the run too. Army hasn't found him yet. But the longer we keep this up, the less chance they have. It's really only a matter of time. I asked Captain Amalthea if I could see Her Majesty and wish her well, but no luck. I was flat out refused. So in other words, we definitely aren't gonna be able to do this the easy way. We sure aren't, but don't you worry because we've totally got that covered. We will get the Professor's message to Her Majesty one way or another. The head mate I think we can trust, but the other mates might be difficult. What is that? Flowers or something to eat? No, it must be something. No, I'm not sure. There's like a cup or bowl with a spoon or something like that inside. This is... Oh, interesting. This is a place to talk. Please come right in. For drinks we have anything you can think of, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Yes? Hello? Ah, he doesn't give anything to us, huh? I thought they would give us, like, some unique food here. Ah, okay. Huh, this place is big, what the heck? Oh wow, check that out. This must be the castle's garden terrace. I'd say so. You can see the whole lake from here and it overlooks the town too. Must be great for reconnaissance. As nice as this is, we really don't have time to stop and enjoy it. We've got a job to do. You know what? Have I done everything I need down here? Briefly downstairs. Is there... blocked? Open. Hello. Damn. So few people, we can't possibly finish all this work. All the other officials were sent away on vacation by the Duke and forcibly removed from the castle. Tuka, this is the administrative room. This is where most of the actual ruling of Livell takes place. With Her Majesty's not her something, whatever. We are taking orders from the Duke. Keep it up, guys. You know why all these guests are really here? Because the Duke got bored, that's why. That man makes so much work for me, I swear. May I help you? I'm sorry to be rude, but I'm very busy right now preparing for the banquet. This is just between you and me, but he has enough servants, but he keeps trying to convince Mistress Hilda to hire on more. To no good end either, I'm sure. I just passed Duke Dunn in the hall a moment ago. I hate how he just stares at people menacingly. It's so rude. The kitchen. Can I have some? The main course is complete. Once dinner is ready, we will make sure everyone knows, and until then, your patience is greatly appreciated. The head chef is a real pro, specializing in imperial cuisine. Over 1,000 dishes of it, in fact. He's simply amazing. The rat problem around here is starting to get out of control. I can't stand rats either, so this really sucks for me. In the kitchen, wait. Oh, there's small extra rooms, huh? Oh, is everything alright? Has something happened? No, not at all. I just wanted to look around a bit. Oh, wait. Ah, good thing the chat overlay is not immediately picking that up. Yeah. AI viewers. Perish! I see. It will be a bit longer yet before dinner is ready. In the meantime, please feel free to look around to your heart's content. Okay, yeah, cool. This is actually the room she told us to go to. Downstairs? Oh? Secret room. What are you? The entrance is firmly sealed. Okay. That's here for flavor and nothing else. Nice, we love it. Let's briefly talk to this guy. This is the Intelligence Division's office. Authorized personnel only. Keep your distance unless you are keen on getting arrested. Bro, chill. Can't even say hello to that guy. A throne room? La 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 la. No one's here. Does the south side not have... No, they don't have the same stairs to the terrace. This one. Are we gonna find someone up here? We haven't seen the Roland Mayer, I think. Just checking everything. I assume there is no secret loot, no monsters. Oh, this must be the Royal Keep. Who are you? Hey, you too. We're here as guests of the Duke. Is this where Her Majesty lives? Of course it is, but for the last few days she hasn't been feeling so well. She is not seeing anyone right now. Oh, you've got it all wrong. We weren't even thinking of that. I just thought it would be amazing if she were to even take notice of us. Does Princess Claudia sleep here as well? No, it's just... Hey! The princess is focused on looking after Her Majesty. Neither of them has time to deal with the likes of you. Might I inquire as to what's going on here? Madam, we didn't know you were back already. The dinner party will be starting soon, so I will be returning to the maid quarters. And who are our guests? They are from the team that won the martial arts competition. Slip her a piece of paper or something. It's only because of that victory that someone of a Brace's social standing would ever be invited here. A Brace's social standing? Such discourtesy! You would insult those who were personally invited to the royal castle? No, that's not what. Those invited by the Duke should be treated with all the respect due to those invited by Her Majesty. I sincerely hope you have not forgotten that. Understood. Wow, she's intense. I wonder who she is. Guess what? But madam, we can't just allow them to pass. Surely you understand the reasons that the Colonel laid out. Yes, and I'm quite tired of hearing them repeated to me. I am terribly sorry, CERN, madam. Security has been heightened, and as such, the Royal Keep and its surroundings are off limits. If I may ask, would you mind waiting in your room until the dinner party begins? Alright. That's fine, we will do as you ask. I apologize, we weren't trying to cause any trouble. Fine then, just don't let it happen again. Safe return to you. I apologize that you were subject to such dreadful behavior. Indecent behavior. I love that one. If you know what that is, then hell yeah, high five. My name is Hilda. I'm the head maid of Castel, and I oversee all of the housekeeping duties. We had a feeling. Forgive my rudeness, but are we previously acquainted? Well, someone told us about you. Handed Julia's letter to Hilda. There we go. I know this handwriting. You see? We also have our bracer emblems and identification with us. I see. Please come with me to the maid's sitting room. We can discuss the matter further once we are there. There we go. I love this. Finally something good is happening. I understand. You need to deliver Professor Russell's message to Her Majesty, correct? Right. If now is not a good time, we can try later, but... No, it's not an issue, but those special ops men have had the Royal Keep under constant surveillance for some time now. Only the Duke, the Colonel and hired attendants, such as myself, are allowed in. Yeah. Which means that a private audience is probably no-go. They can get the Queen out, maybe? At night? After the party? Or the head maid just delivers a message in our name. Which means, yeah, blah blah blah. What do you think, Castel? We could ask Hilda to relay the Professor's message to Her Majesty. No, I'd really rather speak to her face to face. There are just too many particulars we don't know that we'd really need to discuss directly, like what Duke Dunnan and Colonel Richard are after. Castel and Joshua, I have a bit of an idea. Could I get you to return here once the dinner party's over? Why? Have you thought of a way for us to see Her Majesty? I believe I have. It may be difficult, but I think it's worth a try. I'm going to need some time to get ready, so can you come back after the dinner party? Awesome! Understood, we will be back then. I will be waiting. Food prep is done, so I think we will begin serving shortly. For now, it's probably best if you wait in your room. Yeah. Maybe the Queen is gonna sneak out in her outfit or something like that. He's done. Hey guys, talk about being late. The party's about to start, you know? Sorry, we got so caught up in sightseeing that we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all of the mayors. All of them? No, was our mayor... No, our mayor was sitting here together with Dumbledore, yeah. We had the Bose mayor. Yeah, Roland, Bose, Juan we had arrested, and Zeiss doesn't have a mayor, but instead like a factory. What is his title? I forgot. Whatever, the head guy, engineer, CEO, God King. Well, aren't we well connected? We are close friends with the mayor of Roland, plus we've met the other mayors in the course of our travels, even got one of them arrested. Ah, I see. I guess your work as bracers has caused you to meet quite a few big shots. You two sure get around for junior bracers. Yeah, you might say that. Have you done any bracer assignments since we came to Grancel? I guess it's not all that different in other countries, right? Right, for a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to your work. The prelim fights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy to get any actual work done though. But hey, there are 4 other braces on duty too, which isn't so bad. Normally that wouldn't be enough to handle most cases, I'd imagine. But with all of them concentrated in Castel, that must make it tough to handle any cases in other regions. Hahaha, yeah, could be. Who else is around? A gate? Sherazade? Do we know anyone else besides those 4 guys that took part in the competition? There's us 2. Our father is gone. Gone. Blah. There's not that many guys. Maybe it's a very selected like circle of people. Oh, there was one more guy I think in Roland. But I can't remember anyone from Bose. Was there a Bose bracer? We met the other. Was he red haired? No, was he blonde? The guy that was escorting that carriage or whatever that was. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with Shera back in Roland. Now that name rings a bell. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Sherazade, would you? You know her? She's our mentor and she's been a close friend for ages. Oh, okay, makes sense. I met her a long time ago, when a case brought her to Calvert. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age. Her master? Yeah, probably dead. Please pardon me, the table for the dinner party has been set. May I show you the way? Sure, I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. Alright, wanna go and eat fancy? Sure, that fight left me starving. Let's go dig in. Come on, you two. It would be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once. This is a dinner party, right? What's with all the empty plates then? Plenty of knives and forks though. Oh my god, she doesn't know. That's because it's a formal dinner. Everything comes out in a specific order, starting with Hors d'oeuvres? D'oeuvre? Whatever, I can't. Not my language, please. Then you use the knives and forks from the outside in. That is as much as I know. The one thing I would absolutely fear would be to use the wrong tool at the wrong time and suddenly by the end of it there's a mismatch because I used something wrong and I have to eat something that is clearly intended for a fork with a spoon. Or eating soup with a fork, having only a knife left for the soup. and they would just let it happen too, I know it. And that's all part of having good table manners. And here comes the anxiety attack. It's really not so bad. It does mean that you get to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary. Indeed. Yeah, that's our guy. I'm told that you are acquainted with everyone who will be attending. No need to get stressed out. Yeah, I guess that's true. Please don't encourage her. On that note, is the gentleman accompanying you going to be okay with a knife and fork? Oh, there we go. Maybell. Casual racism. I didn't know what I expected from her, but pitiful. You've done your research. However, I'm a firm believer in the when and lieber do as the Liberalians do. Wait, give me 1 second. Distracted. Can't be distracted. Not on this. Hello? Hello, phone? My god, everything is going to shit. Hello? I don't know. Nothing, like absolutely nothing. Am I even still online? No, it says like not disconnected or anything. There's my bitrate. Would like to verify that though, and that's why I like to check the YouTube stream on my phone from time to time. Not actually click on it, but like I see it in my sub box, and if it like says live, then I know, ooh, it's still working. I am not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork. My, how elegantly handled. I'm impressed. You are as much a gentleman as you are a martial arts champion. Wow. Is she really praising him for trying to eat with a knife and fork? Like, if I look at myself and let's say I'm in Japan and there's only chopsticks, I can use them. I can use them to put stuff in my mouth. I don't think I'm actually holding them entirely the correct way. Because no one really tells you how to. Every time someone tries telling you how, they're doing it in a weird, stupid way. I love that one of the anime cat just putting them on its paw and saying, you see, it's really easy, just hold it like this. And the chopsticks are just randomly floating on the paw because it's a cat, it doesn't have fingers. And then, yeah, and then you just do this, and then the chopsticks move in a random way that, like, what the fuck, how are you doing that? You are a cat, you don't have fingers. But would people be like, wow, Ren, you're so brave for trying to eat with chopsticks even though you're not used to it? Or would they be like, yeah, whatever, like he might think he's gonna embarrass himself, but we don't care, like he's just eating, he's gonna be fine. Hahaha, you flatter me. Oh, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face. I think he's more being polite than a... What is a... Than a lech? What? What? What is what? That which is what you ask for. Anyway, his grace is really late. I wonder what he's up to. Indeed. So if the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might that other one be for? Indeed, perhaps it is intended for Princess Claudia. You know, I thought they were like, oh yeah, this is for the 4th martial arts competition champion. We're just gonna leave that empty to like as a sign of honor to them, since they can't be here, but we're gonna like have them, like the other guys can tell them, oh, they even set the table for you. They were so sad that you couldn't be there. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen, my humblest apologies for the long delay. Butler Philip? Wait, no, this guy. Yeah, presenting his grace, the Duke. Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I'm afraid that I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away. This gentleman is Colonel Richard, commanding officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I have invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terrorist situation. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by our Honorable Duke. I ask that you pardon my uncouth soldier's uniform and allow me to sit with you. Bitch. You've gotta be kidding, we're having dinner with him? Oh yeah. Future game show. Whatever that is going on. Gonna have to check that out later. Anyway, yeah, my stream is still live. I do have internet. I suspect this might happen, but it's still unnerving. Why does he have his little bitch standing right behind him? Does she have to? Like, really? Come on. Oh, that looks interesting. Haha, excellent, excellent. What say you, Mabel? What do you think of Grancel Castle's Master Chef? Is his cooking not on par with that found in Bose's Rose restaurant? Yes, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him away. Ah, you are not the first to say such things. And what of you, Zin, wasn't it? Is the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent. I don't have the words to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for Liberian cuisine, though. Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. And you, young braces, I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before. It's extremely delicious, far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us. Ha ha ha, indeed. It is a genuine treat. Hmm? Is he gonna, like, realize that we have met before? It's certainly delicious food, and we couldn't miss a chance to attend so prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation. Ah, very kind of you to say so. I do finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before during the Rouen incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion. Yeah, we'd rather not. Yes, sir, maybe so. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him. Come, let us put social classes and ranks aside for the evening. Food is abundant and the wine flows freely, so enjoy to your heart's content. Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first. Ah yes, that's a fine idea. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom. I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement. An announcement? And what might that be? I believe I will allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail. Thank you. As you are no doubt already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she has been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon. Ah, that's excellent news. Could we possibly go and check in on her? Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorists plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebrations will be held as originally planned. Well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news, as they have been looking forward to it. But surely that is not all you wish to tell us. Right, if that were all, you could have just sent along a message. Haha, indeed you are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover as was previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she has also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Dunnan. What? Is this true? Joshua, this is... Yeah, the conspiracy finally makes its appearance. I was surprised when Her Majesty first broached? Stupid word. Broached. Like a roach, a cockroach. Broach. The subject is well, but her illness has left her quite frail. But it is only natural. She has ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, might I add. Given that, I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties following the festival's successful conclusion. As the heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make. How terrible, is Her Majesty's condition truly that severe? And everything is probably already thinking, what about the princess? I am ashamed that I have never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits. Isn't this far too serious a matter to discuss at what is supposedly a casual dinner? Pardon my rudeness, but this all seems to stretch credulity. Humph. Mayor Mabel, are you saying that you cannot take His Grace at his word? No, nothing of the sort. I simply mean that, as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same fashion. Wait, what? What is she suggesting? This political system makes zero sense. She says she is an elected official, even though everyone's always like, haha, yeah, the mayors of Libel, just like their father before them, they are doing a wonderful job of being mayor. Wait, what is the word for when a title is inherited? Oh my god, I forgot the word. No, I have to look it up. Can I look it up? No. Like, it's not succession or inherited. What am I thinking of? Hereditary? No, there's another word. My god. And now I have to find it. This is so sad. Okay, one more try. Maybe the Wikipedia article on hereditary title stars. Primogeniture. Well, That said, I'm not finding the word. Ugh. Okay, back to the thing, into the game, there we go. And I can't live with this. But what I mean is that for some reason, all these people inherit their mayorhood. Nobility was supposedly not removed. Now I'm missing another word. Abolished. But there's a king, I mean a queen, there's like a duke, which is part of the royal family, we have a princess, and now she's saying like, why can't the next king or queen be elected just like me? I don't know what that is about. That's true. If possible, I'd like to hear this directly from Her Majesty. Your unease is quite understandable, but we do ask that you try to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then? Well, the issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. This is why we are telling the leaders first to help stave off any chaos or public disorder before it happens. This was also the decision of His Grace. Well, yes, this is true. Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. The other nations on the continent will have their eyes on us, and we must be watchful for any action on the part of the Erebonians. Surely you can see why it is necessary to show unified support for the new king. This is the world in which we are going to be living. Makes it all sound so rational. Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator. In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebrations, but you thought it would be best to inform us first, so that we can be prepared for any issues that may arise, correct? I'm glad to see that we have an understanding. If this all comes to pass, we are going to find ourselves quite busy. Yes, and we will have to announce to the citizens. I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. There we go. However, is there not another who also has the same right of succession? Wasn't the Duke only like her nephew? In which case, direct line from the current queen to her granddaughter? Yeah, hello? Doesn't that take priority? Well, no doubt you are referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne, but it would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age, and I must say I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I should hardly like to impose such responsibility upon a girl so young. Yes, absolutely. For the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Though it is strictly informal, there is already interest from the royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps a royal wedding could take place as soon as this year. Oh my! I understand. If that happens, then we will have 2 major events to celebrate. I honestly think she's a bit young for marriage. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Zin? I don't mind, speak freely. Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't sound like the kind of conversation you'd want outsiders hearing, particularly a foreigner. So how come you're making this announcement now? Oh my god, nobody's leaving the room alive? No, I don't know. That is solely because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed Braces to win the championship. We had wanted to inform the guild of this in advance as well. I have already discussed the idea with Her Majesty. Gotcha. I guess Lieber's military and braces are on just as good of terms as the stories say. Haha, that is because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions? Yeah, alright. Like, it really is like they're like announcing all of this stuff and he's like, hello, excuse me? I'm a foreigner? We will pass on what we've learned here to the guild then. I would ask like, when are we allowed to, like, non-disclosure agreement? When are we allowed to tell them? Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I bet that was huge news for you guys, though. Of course it was. I can't believe things have gone this far already. Huh? Never mind. But really, what a shame. That food was so amazing and it practically melted in the mouth. Couldn't tell what that last flavor was, though. Understandable enough. But anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work off some of that rich food, Estelle? Huh? Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I could go for a little bit of fresh air. You just played tourist a little while ago and now you want to take an after-dinner walk? I sure don't get it. Must be a local thing. I think you're exaggerating a little bit. You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There's a lot of historic architecture around here, you know? If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over. You've got to be kidding, you're still hungry? If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack. I might go and hunt up a bar or something in a little bit. Yeah. Things have gotten serious. We really have to find a way to get in to see Her Majesty. First things first, we go talk to the head maid Hilda like we promised. She probably knows a way for us to speak directly to the Queen. Fine by me. Down there? Wait, 1 second. Oh, it's you, says a man. What? Oh, there they are. Colonel Richard. Estelle and Joshua. This is our first opportunity to truly speak face to face, I believe. The last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Delmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remember us. I realize that we exchanged few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Colonel Cassius. How do you find that out? Excuse me? Like literally everyone knows. Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the intelligence division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him from our time together in the army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now. Huh? Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a bit late. Yes, if we are going to talk, why don't we use the lounge inside? I will mix you up a couple of virgin cocktails. I will prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I will be delayed. Yes, sir. Gulp. Pardon me then. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please follow me. Joshua, what should we do? I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We will be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. play the child card, be like, ooh, ha ha ha, we can't be sitting still for this long. We still wanted to do this and that, and we had a question for our assigned mate at that room, you know, the one. I met Castel shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command, and since that time I found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally. He did? And what did you think of him at the time? To put it simply, he was a hero and a master swordsman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics, he understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't know better, I'd say we were talking about two different people. So you were with our father during the 100 Days War? Yes, he was my CO. Even now I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed this plan that turned the war's tide. Anytime I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you, if Cassius Bride had not been part of the Royal Army, Libel would now be part of the Erebonian Empire. No way! That's kinda hard to believe, huh? Well, as a hero he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen. So few know of his achievements. But inside the army many soldiers still hold him up as the prime example of what a hero should be. He never said one word about any of this to me. Well, it's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Hey, whose side are you on? And besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know about all of this or something? Well, I didn't know that he was Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it. I just figured a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel it was something worth going out of his way to tell others about. I just don't get it. When he comes back, he is so in trouble. Haha. Please excuse us, we didn't mean to interrupt. No, seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him, but it seems that by leaving he did what was best for himself after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that could help him recover. Colonel Richard. Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you will have to excuse me. Oh, alright. Our apologies for making you so late. What? Making? No, I definitely messed that one up. Not at all. You both have told me the one thing I wanted most to know. And thus I have no regrets. Huh? How's that again? Haha, I'm sure we will have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then to share in the stories. Yeah, when is he gonna show up again? Okay, who was that man and what has he done with Colonel Richard? What are you babbling about now? It's just that it's weird to hear him talking about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so, well, nice. True, he doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he has got something up his sleeve. For now we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right, and I hate to say it, but I think that he might have been playing nice just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is as easy as could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? You might be right, let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right, huh? But just make sure you are prepared for anything, don't let your guard down. I'd say a bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, Estelle. thank you? What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to go back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters. We save. Like 50 minutes ago. Holy crap. This way. Wait, where am I? No, not this way. The big one. And now we go south. Yep, there we go. Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kinda got caught by Colonel Richard. Did you know? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we are up to, though. I see. Ah yes, that letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Cassio's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know our dad too? He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Princess, Her Majesty's son. Ooh. Late Prince? Princess Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he were still alive today, none of this would be happening. Huh? But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shea. Oh hey, aren't you? Shea, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle. Joshua, I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She is a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia? That shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you are ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I will adjust them for you. What? What do you mean? Estelle is going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you will blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sneaking in. Me in a maid's outfit. I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy and easy to move in. Yeah? Are they? I'm not sure about that. Haha, well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make the cleaning much more difficult. I thought so. You know, some people who are like, haha, yeah, I'm gonna have maids in my noble estate. I don't care whether they can move around easily in those clothes. I want my maids to look a certain way while they do their duties or whatever. But I definitely can see the argument there. You know, functional maid over fetish maid, really. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Why so excited? I'm glad you are in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and a maid outfit? That's different, it was a play. I can't appear before Her Majesty in woman's clothes. Oh, you will be fine, it's not at all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again, cut the jokes, will you? Wow, foreshadowing that was. Hilda, Shea, help me out here, say something. Anyone? I see, that shouldn't pose a problem. Shea, don't you have that extra hairpiece designed for the princess? Yes, it's never been used though. She has that full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Well, it looks like a 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Wait a minute. I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. That animation there was very convincing, yeah? Alright. If I have to change, I can do it myself. Yeah, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. Oh my. Ta-da! What do you think? I think it suits her very well. Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle too. You certainly have me convinced, and with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Grancer Castle for real when this is all settled? Well, we already work as braces, so anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here. No chance I can talk you out of this? None at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine, you're impossible sometimes. How the long hair? Like, they just have wigs lying around? For the play I can, like, yeah, I understand. You have like entire costume wardrobe. Sure, there's a long black-haired wig there. But now they're doing this again? Wow. Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? Looks better on him than it does on me, and I am an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. I will show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. We're finally gonna meet the queen in person. Yes, this is the do-or-die moment. You just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me. This was your idea. I can't believe you got the nerve to pick on. Sorry, don't get all mad. I will treat you to some ice cream later, okay? I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. They get along so well, don't they? We are out of time. Let's go to the royal keep. Wait, I'm... New main character unlocked. Soldier there again, huh? Yeah, this is how it should go all the time. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Such harsh words. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Bows. Like he should say like, no, I meant the other one. Huh? Why do I get the feeling we've met before? Crap. Do you stare so hard at every lang lady? The lang lady. Okay, the young lady. I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army, we wouldn't do that. All is well then. Now, will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. One second. YouTube is doing it again. My paranoia. Whew, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda, you are a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you'd prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes, now. Oh, for the love of, why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it's Princess Claudia's bedroom, but she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Huh, not kidding? No kidding, but I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then? You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the 2nd floor of the Royal Keep. I will take you there. Chat, we are in. Oh yeah, this game. You can't, like, there is X, Y, and Z coordinates more or less, but they're always like unique. As in, you can't pass under or over another place where you can go. Like, the map is actually just flat, basically. Knock knock. Astro, what are you saying? Eh? Maybe it will all be revealed. Huh. Whatever. Yay! Thanks for cheering. Yeah! I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I've brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Castel. Thank you kindly. Okay, messed up the emote name. Yeah, understandable. I see. Thank you kindly. By all means enter, as you wish. I will wait for you here. You two go on in. Right. Pardon us. Oh. There she is. I bid you welcome, Queen Elisha. My name is Elisha von Auslese. Like, literally, Elisha of selection. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberal. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild, and I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please, have some and relax. Nice. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information, a pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbital energies, and you say that the Colonel has acquired it. The Professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Grand Cell. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground, in fact. Far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned. Wow. So it was a bona fide artifact then? Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers, but every now and again you find one that still functions, like Mayor Delmore's family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Grand Cell. So what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact or indeed why it was buried beneath this city, but it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for, but when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. Haha, I'd expect no less from Cassius' daughter. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty? He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told? Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then that is the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? We've already been listening to a lot of stories today, so go ahead. Oh yes, absolutely. One sip. It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. 10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for the invasion of Libel. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Harken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Libel became occupied territory save for Grancel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calvert were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Grancel too would fall. Stort him! Yeah, I know. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Libel's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one using ships launched from Leyston Fortress, Zeiss, Rouen, Bose, Roland. With their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. Store Tim, wait. No, never mind. Which Canadian thing is named Tim? I always forget. And the one behind this plan for a counter-offensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Rich's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. You know, I have never listened back to when I do that, when I like cup the microphone with my hands. Afterward, the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Oh, wait, yeah, no, Tim Horton. Yeah, I never know whether Hortons. I have heard the name and like, oh yeah, that is something from over there? Is it Canadian? Is it US American? But I never knew that it was a donut shop. Okay, that's interesting. Lena, your mother, Estelle, that clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counter-offensive. What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in the final moments. No. I had no idea, and he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer, all to say with the only one he had left, you. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. Yeah, what about Joshua though? Dad, that idiot, it wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? I mean, looking at Joshua, people have remarked about both his dark hair, which seems to be unusual in Liber, and his yellow eyes. Who else has dark hair? Chloe, as in Claudia, the princess. But what is her eye color? I don't think that's the angle here. Like, where could Cassius possibly have gotten an adoptive son? Like, we don't seem to be from the Erebonian Empire, or maybe we are. We are, I say, because I feel like even though Estelle is like the main character, the protagonist, I'm always like, yeah, I'm the boy character, I feel like, but that's not actually how it's supposed to be. How so? What has the table done to you? Aren't they sitting there wonderfully? Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so I am sorry, Estelle, I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time, but you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all other soldiers who defended Dewell in the war fought so hard to protect. Wait, not evenly spread apart? No, I think that's just the perspective. If I may briefly, where is the thing? Become unlocked. Like, the Queen and Estelle are sitting at pretty much exactly the same height. Table's upper edge is nice too. The chair, nothing to see here yet. Where's that from? Oh, that's the underlay, below that is welcome to the audio module, yeah. Ooh, look behind the scenes. So ever so rare. I think that Joshua and the Queen are sitting exactly in front of each other and at the same distance from the table. and the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live in it. She didn't actually do that. Her giving her life did not do anything for the peace. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person, now more than ever, Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. What? But Julia, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. I thank you, I am grateful for your willingness to do so, but if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius' absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. One gap in between. Oh, you want them to sit in at like perfect equal angles? Yeah, but the table is octagonal in shape. No way to cleanly divide that by 3. So I think this is the best they could do. If they had a round table, then sure, I would say have them sit at like 120 degrees angles next to each other. This is the best they can do. And I think that the interiors in the game are like on a grid based, so everything is like perfectly symmetrical in that fashion at least. But I understand what you say, okay. Joshua, she said, if the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, then give the Queen the extra spots. Oh, she could like slouch a little and put her feet up on the empty chair. Or she could become really fat and just take up the entire left half of the table. And if he succeeded in making the Duke the new King of Liber, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that. Your Majesty, right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter and the package, and we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you and just like Mom and Dad, I'm doing this because it is what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. Estelle, it seems she was right about you. Huh? I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty, my liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. I don't think we will finish this game today. Amongst them is my granddaughter Claudia. Ah, so the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes, this coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dallin was out of the running. Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her. Wait, give me 1 second. No, that's fine. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power, not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. Oh, Colonel Richard is unawares. And next he's gonna ask whether he can have his cheeseburger. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Libelle would become a strong military power with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture. So, if Libelle became a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest, orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc. On a massive scale, a wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted, and no doubt contracting Jäger corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Oh no! Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of a genuine love for his country, but never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations to the benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic, and so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel, but I am the Queen and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it. Oh, and we get to go out. How late is it? Been streaming for almost 2 hours. Like, I guess we still have to go back to that villa on the, like, on that road, that weird like both ends connect back to the same spot, I think. That was weird, but is that where we are gonna rescue the princess from? And I'm almost sure that we will go below the country, not below the country, below the capital, I mean, and look for that That relic down there. That sounds like a final boss territory. Wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I am even 1/10 that cool when I get old. Cool, did you actually just call the queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern the whole country. Yeah, I really want to stop this cool thingy and help her. That's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can. Right. But you know, I'm still freaking out about what the queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Estelle and Joshua? Have you finished changing? Oh yeah. Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight. Wow, is it really that late? The queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. Everything is clean, everything is tidy. We worked so hard. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. But please relax, we are patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave. By the way, ladies. Huh? I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Oh my god, no. That would be her mother. Let's go with that. Wait. Mother? Mentor? Or the crazy photographer lady? My, isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it. Thank you very much. Lena, And how about you, miss? You may call me Karin. Karin, you say? That's a very pretty name. Do we know a Karin? You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Alright, we are with the Special Ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean at least not from us. Please be safe on your way home. Wait, where? Further down? No. Oh, how nice. Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there. Eh? No. What's all the noise about? It's him. Oh, Duke Dunham. Ah, the lady of the court. Hey you, mates. You don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires, whom I am instructing. This is Lena and that's Karin. They are still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Did he recognize us? He's so competent. Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it would be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip, enough with this staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you, stiff upper lip and all. Please pardon my rudeness, you look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I am dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. He's so based. Oh, it's no bother. Please don't concern yourself. You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. Ugh. As for you, I personally think you'd look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Ah, yes. Lena, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Huh? Your Grace. Ew, I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you have not forgotten. I know, some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then. Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was just joking. Enough. I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Whoa, alright, Lena. You just let me know if you have any problems, anything at all. I will give you the best advice the future king can give. Thank you very much. Hahaha, aren't you cute? Yes, good, good. I apologize unreservedly for the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry, Madam and young Mrs. I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. Why is he sharing the room with this guy? Okay. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children, though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I will bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Please, I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see, Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer. Hilda whispered something into Estelle's ear. Now, do you understand? Yes. Hopeless, completely hopeless. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we are on the job. We will save her. Shall we be going? I guess we have to go to bed. What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour? Captain Amanthea. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think it a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please pardon us, we've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable, so where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. Yeah, where could we have been? Oh, what the fuck that? I guess there's no correct answer. We could say maid quarters, because that's where we entered and left from. But has any one of their guys been there since? Who knows? The kitchen? Like, the maids would be able to like back us up on that claim. Like, Shea should have told us something like, oh yeah, by the way, there were guys here and they have seen that you were not here. We don't have a cover story for you. Administrative room, I don't believe it. Royal guard room, definitely not. Cellar, maybe. You know how kids play around in places like that, but I'm gonna say maid quarters. Haha, I admire your honesty, so let's not waste time on games. I did in fact receive several reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, we... Oh, Estelle, Joshua. You've been here the whole time? Zin. Was he drinking with the Duke? Oh, now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oops, sorry. And hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice, some luck that we meet up again, eh? I suppose. So what's going on? Are my students he causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business, simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally get you. I just sent him off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh well, I will have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You wanna come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I will have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand? Of course. It is late, we should probably just get to bed. Haha, very good then. Now, if you will excuse us. We haven't had a single fight in 2 hours. Oh, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. Right. We will go with you. Looks like we managed to convince her, at least. What? Zin, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh, I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, saved you bacon as the saying goes. You are an evil man, Zen. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So what's the story? What story? I would have thought it would be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Whoa, wait, what? How did you... Did Elnan tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything, but now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zin produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It will explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zin Vatek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you will pardon my bluntness. I know who this is. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberl, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberl and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberl before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There is a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration. Foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberl before the festival, so hopefully we will be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Bright. Yeah. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They are currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberl, which means he's in Erebonia now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it? What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along. That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvert. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again. I suppose. When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Castell's techniques with a bow staff. I asked Kilika about it and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if you had said something about it at all. We've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything, but I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright, if you can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen. I suppose so. He knows this much, it wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree, it would probably be best to fill Zen in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own after all. Stell and Joshua told of how they managed to speak directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I will help you out with that little request. What, you will? Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you once again. Oh? Oh, what's this place? Never would have imagined that something like this even existed. Did they find the heart of Lorcan? Haha, it's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Whoa, is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, well, so these must be archaisms. Wait, he's wielding a katana? Oh my god. I mean, first of all, too edgy. Second, if anything, at this time, like early to mid 2000s, that is a Sephiroth reference, right? Holy shite, he says. He took out that thing in one stroke. Haha, you were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I am afraid. But time waits for no man. The skill I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. Shit only villains say. My brave man, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Lieber. I expect only the best of each of you. By your orders, sir, we of this special ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Lieber. For the glory of Lieber! My throat is already hurting. I've been speaking a lot. I can't put much voice into it anyway. But it feels very rough. I haven't been talking that much. Anyway, I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the Professor's message to Her Majesty in person. We just got lucky is all. The real question is how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yes, we are really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. 20k. Oh, we have a lot of money now. Not third class, huh? Now then, Zin. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-rank bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. Give me 1 second. Oops. Blah blah blah. I'm with you until the end. Wait, I have a button for this. Wrong. Right? Okay, there we go. Nice, okay, that actually works. Cool. I'm with you until the end. That is a statement. I knew we could count on you then. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. Castel, have we not learned this already at the start of the game? There are 7 ranks, ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get? Wow, I never knew you were such a badass then. Well, I may be A-rank, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent. Foreshadowing, but above that there's an informal S-rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale, and there are only 4 of those on the entire continent. I mean, we're juniors, but are we not doing that right now? Is he gonna become an S-rank for this? Wow, I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius. What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Right? Sorry, but yes, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Well, Royal Army Soldier, Hidden Hero, Divine Blade, S-Rank Bracer. If he's really so damn awesome, then it sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case. You may be right. If he were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just thinking about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least it's just the impression I have. Oh, so what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire? Am I correct? Or wasn't he coming back already? And then he just randomly left the airship? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. My theory is this thing is so big that something equally important is going on in the Empire, and that's why he is there. Well, yeah, I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think that Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely it's just that two major events happened to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grand Cell branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. Huh? All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act, but we are no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all Bracers in Grand Cell, including Zin, of course. Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we will need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today, ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity. What? So basically it amounts to martial law, so the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of any Royal Guardsmen in hiding as well as ourselves. If we are going to conduct a rescue operation, we will have to do it with the resources on hand. Oh fun, but we are up to it. So, do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? That's been in my mind for a while now actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Erbe Royal Villa. Literally the inheritance, or yeah, inheritance probably best, and who gets the inheritance? The successor, the next in line, the princess. Erbe Royal Villa. That's the building in the forest, right? It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counter-terrorism, few would question it. And I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in a licensed fortress. Considering it's the army we are going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely, but in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, still you and your friends are acquainted with the reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall? Yeah, we should see if he's picked up on anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So, in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So, off to the cathedral then. There are 4 other bracers in the city: Kurt, Grant, Kana, and Lace. Check the bars and the usual hangouts, and they may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright, then off we go. Still not a singular fight today. And I wonder, will we get the opportunity to buy new stuff? I think this is all the same still, okay. How about we do the church first? If that's what they want from us. Are you looking for Sister Ellen, perchance? I believe the Archbishop should know her whereabouts. He should be in the sacramental chamber to the southeast of this room. Southeast? What? Wait. Oh, that one? Wait, huh? Okay. And who might you be? We are members of the Braces, the Bracer Guild, I mean. We are looking for a Sister Ellen. Where are you now? Might I guess that you share complicity with her then? What? With a nun? You know. He's asking if we know her real identity, Estelle. We're here with information she asked us to find. Complicity? I'd like to share explicitly with her, if you know what I mean. I'm sorry to say she's no longer at the cathedral. She came to say goodbye to me this morning and left. Where to? I mean, do you know where she might have gone? If only I did. I've been close with the royal family for many years and she's always regarded me as a friend and confidant. This time she refused to give me any details. She no doubt wishes to keep the church from getting too deeply involved in whatever is occurring. I see. I wouldn't worry though. She had the light of hope in her eyes as she departed. I'm confident she was not running away to wallow in despair, but for a more noble cause. You know, after hope like that, comes the deepest despair, usually. Like a last moment of defiance. But the thing is, we kind of need her to stay in touch with the Royal Guardsmen. Well, begging for rain in the desert only gets you sand. We should probably go. The best thing we can do is covertly keep an eye out for other Royal Guardsmen. Not the most efficient plan, but that seems to be all we've got. You seem to be between a rock and a hard place, as they say. Always remember that Aidios helps those who help themselves. Do all that you can and Aidios will surely take care of the rest. Hard and honest work will always lead you down the right path. Wait. Yeah. Oh, there we go. This is weird, Chief. We haven't heard anything in 2 days. Where he does tend to get completely wrapped up when he's looking for the next big story. But given how close we are to a state of martial law, I don't much like that he hasn't contacted us either. Hmm? 1 second. Okay. Oh, hi guys. Hello Dorothy. Pardon us. Oh, it's you. Perfect timing. Good afternoon. We're here to talk to Niall, but I'm guessing he's not around. That's what we were just talking about. Actually, Niall hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. No word from him or anything. Huh? Yesterday or today. We spoke with him in the evening 2 days ago. Really? What do you mean, really? You gave us the message to meet him for Idea's sake. We came here to talk to him after the semi-finals. Alright, now that you mention it. So, did he say anything to you? Like where he was going? Wait, yeah, that's what we did? Did someone call him telephone? No. No, that was 3 days ago. 2 days ago though, someone called him up and then he said he had to leave. Yeah? I don't remember. Was that how it went? Are you serious? Yes. We haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Oh no, I can't believe Niall's dead. Who said he was dead? Today's when all the airliner traffic gets shut down. Everything was normal yesterday though, so maybe he went to another province? I already inquired with the landing port's passenger registry and there was no sign of him. So I figure he has to still be somewhere in town. You two were the last ones to see this reporter fellow. Weren't you talking to him about something for a news article? Huh? These are the times we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief? I certainly can't argue with that, particularly in the case of the intelligence division. They monitor and censor everything we do. You wouldn't believe how frustrating it is. Which means that you can't get much information for your stories, but it's in a reporter's nature to want to get as much as possible into the hands of the readers. I see, so you went to check out a new subject that the intelligence division hasn't started censoring yet. What was the last thing he told us about? I think it was about... Did we talk about the arranged marriage? I think that might be it, actually. Wait, Julia and Canone's history? Canone is... Amalthea? Why are they calling her Canone? But who was Julia? Oh yeah, the Royal Guard woman, Julia Schwartz of the Royal Guard, who was disguised as a nun earlier, which we just were looking for. No, then it's definitely this one, arranged marriage. And the Duke mentioned something about it at the dinner party. Oh, Niall told you about that too. It would make a hell of a story if it's true. He mentioned having to get some evidence at any cost. How did a reporter like Niall even learn about something like that? I never thought that something like that would be known only to the royal family. Well, he did say he's friends with someone who works in the Elbe Royal Villa. Completely off the record, but the terrorists are supposedly after the princess, so she is secretly staying in the villa for her own safety. I knew it. Huh, and the veil is lifted. Maybe the person he was talking to was his friend in the villa, which would mean that Niall's probably there too, you don't say. Well, if I know Niall, he probably tried to worm his way in for an interview with the princess, and if the soldiers saw him, they'd have arrested him on the spot. No, Niall's a goner. Now, why do you keep coming back to that? But if he has been arrested, getting him out isn't going to be easy. Yeah, I'm betting that he and Princess Claudia are pretty much in the same situation. What exactly do you people know? Do you have inside information about what's going on in the city, in all of Libel? Sorry, but we really can't talk about it. Just let the Bracer Guild take care of Niall. If he's been arrested, we will see to it that he's released. Alright. Please do whatever you can. Please, you guys, you gotta bring Niall back. Leave it to us. Okay, now to look for the other Bracers. The bar? Coffee house? Whatever? Probably not. Oh, she's cute. Sunnybell Inn. Nope. Oh, on this side was there? Wait, what is... The Calvadian Embassy? Like, we haven't been to either one, to either embassy. Though... There was a cutscene involving Ollie taking place there. I bet they aren't in this store, but checking briefly, no. Wait, let's go directly to the North District. This one only has... Wait, what are... What are you? Just a random civilian house. I guess it doesn't matter at all. Looks nice though. Okay, they did say they might be at the hotel. Kurt the Bracer has returned, but he looked a bit on the pallet side. I hope he's alright. Okay, I guess he's chilling in some room. Okay, yeah, we did find him. I wish I could remember that time a little better. It's like there's a thick fog. Yeah, what about his amnesia, right? Amnesia. Blanketing the whole thing, yeah. Oh, hi Kurt. It's good to see you here. Hi Estelle, hi Joshua. Oh, Zin's with you too. Didn't you know that we were going to that dinner party at the castle yesterday? That was when these two rookies took on a pretty major assignment. What major assignment? I think it's best if we tell you more or less the whole story. Joshua explained all the circumstances that had led to the request from the Queen. You're serious? Of course we are. That's why we really need your help. No, that's not it. I admit I'm shocked at Her Majesty's request of you. But the black ointment that the Colonel has, it's real? Kurt? What's wrong? You look awfully pale. Ugh. Ah! Ah! Whoa, what in the world? Step away from him. Huh? Huh. Shade. Oh, is he gonna exercise him? Lift! What was that? Didn't even touch him, and he acted like he got electrocuted. Joshua just knows all that stuff, huh? It's a special spirit channeling breath technique. It allows the user to directly affect the target's body without direct physical contact. Hello, Sass. Welcome. Hello. I don't normally like to be so rough, but time isn't exactly on our side. How are you feeling? Ah, wow, actually a lot better. I can't remember every detail, but a good bit of it is coming back. What is an ice horn? I'm a little unsteady from the shock, but I think I will be alright. So what do you remember? Didn't I say so before? There was an accident around 3 months ago. You lost your memories. Oh my god, 3 months. Yeah, did I already remark on that being like the exact time frame when all of this was set in motion? A cone, okay, a horn. Funny, okay, I wasn't sure, but that directly translates to German, huh? We have like hornlets, I guess I would call them. And yeah, that is for ice cream. You lost your memories while you were working, right? Yes, someone had asked to check up on those men in the black outfits. Then I took something suspicious from them. It was the black ointment. So the person who gave you the assignment, yes, it was your father, Cassius. I wasted no time in packaging it up and sending it to him. That's really as far back as I can remember. So the K on the package was you. Yes. I think I also remember there being a note that said to have Professor Russell analyze it. Get it, the package was delivered to you too. Do you remember anything after that? Anything that happened after you sent off the package? Yes, after I left the port, someone called out to me, and then... It's no good, it's all still one big blur. You're probably best off not pressing your luck. It's likely to just cause strain that you can't handle yet. Yes, alright, I'm really just amazed that I was able to remember anything at all. Which brings us to a bigger question. Who would have done this? Maybe those special ops guys? It's possible. They did use that nasty poison on a gate after all. It's as if they are manufacturing and testing new drugs. Maybe they've made something to cause memory loss. Ah, now there's a cheerful thought. Plus, there's the Sky Bandit's boss and Mayor Delmore to consider. We have to be really careful. Yeah, mind control or something, right? I'm sorry, I don't have anything really useful to tell you. I know what Her Majesty asked you to do. I want to help if you will let me. But are you sure you will be okay? Sure, my memory may be like a sieve, but physically I'm fine. I owe you for your help, so please allow me to make it up to you. If you're feeling up to it, sure. We need to work out a strategy for now. Let's meet back at the guild. Alright, you have my thanks. Was that it, or do I need to get all the other braces as well? Doesn't go further down. I don't think that's it yet. It was certainly embarrassing. I'm bothered by my missing memories, but right now the Queen's orders are foremost on my mind. Four other bracers in the capital present: Grand Court, Khan and Lace. Check the bars, shops and inns. You're sure to find them. When you do, tell them they need to convene here. Now, if we should hear from the Royal Guardsman or your reporter, things would go much more smoothly. Orbital Factory? Maybe. For you, it's important to listen to one's customers. I mean, they pay the bills, you know? I've always felt that if a customer needs help after hours, I mean really needs help, then I will gladly stay late and do what I can. Gotta make sure Zacharias signs off on it though, and if I do it too often he will tell me to take a hike. Okay, not here. Secret thing down here? Wait, no. This is actually proof you can be on the same floor on multiple levels. Okay, but I guess they just usually don't do that. Oh wait, there she is. Hey Kana. Hey, look who it is. Oh, you've got Old Man Zin with you. What's going on? Well, it's a long story. Sounds serious. Explain the situation and the Queen's request to Kana. Sometimes you take the tent. What does it mean? Where to? Do you go camping? I don't know. You're giving me... like, you gotta give me some material, okay? Talking to Team Red again. Well, you're not just pulling my leg. Oh, I must admit, I did find it a bit odd that all the gates and ports and such have been shut down. So, what did you want with me exactly? Well, we need to get everyone together and formulate a plan. So, if you would, please meet us at the guild. Gotcha, I'm already there. Random door, can I? I can. Hello? Don't you think it's a bit too quiet considering the tournament just ended? Like, what the heck? Didn't know it was going this deep. Stairs up and down. Fisherman's Guild? Ah, oh my god, that is a map. That's an actual map. Where would we be in this case? Was... like, is all of the kingdom like Juan was next to the sea? Sais was not at the sea, neither was Boza or Roland. Yeah, I'm not gonna go fish. Oh, is that... wow. Hey, it's Grant. Yeah, that guy, the other red-haired bracer. Well, if it isn't the big bad champions, I hear you guys spent the night at the castle. Frankly, I'm surprised to see you back so early. Did you eat anything good? Yeah, we did, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Oh, something on your mind? Holy crap! You're not pulling my leg, are you? We're not. Every word is true. I'd stake my reputation on it. If Zin the Immovable is moved by this, that's all the proof I need. I will do whatever I can to help. You can count on that. Thanks, Grant. We'll all be meeting at the guild house to plan our strategy as soon as possible. So if you please head over there when you can. Understood. Go well, friends. I will catch up with you there. Like, I had originally hoped to meet all of them in one space, in one place. But I guess they don't want to make it easy for me. But this is neither of them. Suddenly at the church again? No, impossible. Birds? Oh, nice. Did I just see a talk thing? Okay, that must have been him. What the heck is up with that guy running around? Must be here after all, right? Yeah, there she is, my wife. Well, if it isn't Zin and the new recruits, like, the yellow ribbon, like, the hair is different and everything, but the hairstyle together with the ribbon, giving massive Haruhi Suzumiya vibes. To which I will say, one of my favorite anime ever. Haruhi's great. By that I mean both the show and the character, as well as all the other characters in it. Back from the castle already? Well, yeah, I guess we are. Annalaise. Annalaise? Could we have a moment of your time? You hear something juicy you're looking to share with me? Well, if by juicy you mean spit your juice all over in shock, then yeah, it's a real juice bomb. Oh, you have my undivided attention. Should we be talking about this here, or should I be sitting down for it? She didn't actually sit down. They should have actually just said, okay, let's go outside and have you sit down on the bench. Huh? Just to make it absolutely clear, this isn't a joke. Things could get serious in a big hurry, and if they do, we will need your help. Let's see. Sorry, my head's just a little scrambled for how screwed up this whole situation is. I don't really get all of this, but you want everyone to meet up at the guild house, right? Right, Alan will fill you in on all the details. Okay, then I will go and see what's up. Oops, I'm holding the controller in a weird way. Over here. Wait, upstairs or what? Wait, they don't want me to talk to them, okay? Oh no, he actually does. The other braces are already assembled. Have you heard from the Royal Guardsman or the reporter? Sorry sir, no contact, but we believe we've gathered the intelligence we need. Joshua explained everything they learned from the Cathedral and the Libel News HQ. I see, we can conclude with fair certainty then that Princess Claudia's inside the villa. It's unfortunate that you were unable to make contact with the Royal Guardsmen, but at least we now know they haven't been captured. Shall we get started then? Yes, we need to start working on the details of the rescue operation. I am very tired. I will soon after this, anyway, stop for today. Are we all up to date on the pertinent details of the Intelligence Division's planned coup d'etat then? Given this information, we should consider ourselves under contractual obligation to Queen Alicia. I still can't shake earlier how I was thinking about how to call it when a title is inherited from one person to another by like succession through bloodline or whatever. Like a monarchy or something like that can be hereditary, but mayorhood, for example, I wouldn't call that hereditary mayorhood. What the fuck is the word? It's not coming to me. I will look this up. Given this information, we should consider ourselves under contractual obligation to Queen Alicia. I can barely believe what I'm hearing. I'm ashamed of myself for not noticing something was amiss sooner. I was suspicious of those special ops troops from the very beginning, but I really trusted Colonel Richard, and he was behind the Sky Bandits and Mayor Delmore. Got completely snowed, and we can't let them get away with it, that's for sure. Can you all be counted on to cooperate in this assignment? Damn straight. Just lead the way. I owe these guys some black eyes, a rhyme unattended. Count me in for sure. This is gonna be good. We've got strong allies who will prevail without a doubt. Now let me explain the details of this mission. We have to move fast as there are lives at stake here. It's not the most elegant approach, but I believe taking control of the villa through a frontal assault is our best option. We don't have time to try and find some route to infiltrate, so I guess that's the only option we got. How will we be divided? We will split into two groups, a decoy team and a rescue team. The decoy team will draw the attention of the main forces, while the rescue team makes its way into the villa. Remember though, we are dealing with the Intelligence Division Special Ops here. If I may, I'd like to suggest we also add an ambush team to aid the decoy team and a second decoy team to assist the rescue team. Man, we are really teaming with teams here, but why do we need those? The ambush team would lie in wait until the decoy team draws out the enemy forces, and then both teams could attack at once. Meanwhile, the second decoy team would attempt to break the enemy's ranks, allowing the rescue team to enter the villa more easily. Ah yes, I guess that's a good point. It evens the odds a little bit. But do we have enough members to spread among 4 squads? No, we don't. We've contacted other guild branches, but with the airships grounded, we are pretty much on our own. Well, crap, if only we had Shera and a gate. However, I agree with Zin that trying to carry out this operation with only 2 squads is risky. We may need to re-examine this strategy. Woman's voice, if numbers are all you lack, maybe we can be of assistance. Royal Guard? No. Yes! Hey! 10 Schwarz! Well, now if it isn't Sister Military. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Royal Guardsman Sub-Commander Lieutenant Julius Schwarz. The Royal Guardsmen are here at your disposal for this operation. Understood. Your participation will be most invaluable. I count 9 soldiers in your squad, including yourself. Yeah? Okay. My remaining troops are incognito. Stationed all throughout this city. I can assemble them within the hour. That's great, but Lieutenant Schwarz, how did you know we were going to try to save the hostages? We tried to find you at the cathedral and tell you, but you had already disappeared. Did you? My apologies. All I knew was that you had accepted the Queen's mission. I found out last night. Last night? We only just met with the Queen last night ourselves. Yes, I'm aware of that. We have sources for military intelligence of this sort. All that matters now is that Her Highness gave us the order to assist, and we are happy to do it. Sources? I want sources. Can I share some of yours? I don't. Let's leave it at no, Estelle. More importantly, the Guardsman's assistance will give us the extra forces we need to fill the ambush and support teams. Indeed, with this additional manpower, I believe our chances of success have increased exponentially, and with extra manpower secured, we should start deciding on the teams immediately. Roger that, we need 2 decoy teams, right? I believe 5 of my troops should be sufficient for 1 of them. Yeah, I'd say those Royal Guard uniforms should definitely catch their attention. My thoughts exactly. We'll target the Intelligence Division's aerial squadron stationed just on the outskirts of the Elvis scenic route. Wait a sec. Aerial squadron, you don't mean? I'm afraid she does. It's on the scenic route outskirts? Now that you mention it, there is a stretch of land out there that's been completely blockaded. According to my intelligence, there's only a skeleton crew of guards stationed there. If we attack, they will have no alternative but to call the villa for reinforcements. Oh, I get it, that's some good decoying right there. And then, when the reinforcements show up, the ambush team pops in and takes them all out, right? We should form that ambush team then. I knew all those years of hunting down monsters in the bush would pay off one day. Bushed pay off one day. And we've got a gunner too. We will be able to handle this no problem. Alright, 2 teams locked down. Now for rescue and decoy 2. I think the second decoy team should also be comprised of my Royal Guardsmen. The special ops will definitely drop their guards more readily to apprehend them. So that leaves us for the rescue team. All of the other teams will be acting to provide cover for us. Ours will be the most important assignment on the field by far. This is no game, we are playing an actual role and a crucial turning point for our history. Make sure you are up to the task. Sheesh, no pressure. There's no need to worry, we will persevere. History favors the just. Besides, you guys are the Grand Slam Martial Arts Competition champions. And we will be the ones keeping the majority of the enemy force busy. Hopefully all you will need to worry about are the hostages. Julia, Ellen and Zen, we, Estelle, the word you are looking for is we. We can do this, and we will. You're right. You're so right. So right. We are gonna kick some special ops, special asses. That's the spirit. And that's the plan. The operation will begin at nightfall. We will use the dark for cover. Once the operation begins, you won't have any opportunity to return to the city. If you still have loose ends to tie up, speak now or forever hold your peace. Man, this is getting pretty real. I will ensure that Her Highness is made aware of the plan. Alright everyone, tonight here, got it? Not sure how this is gonna go down. I guess we'll just talk to them. We could just go out, do stuff now, huh? Maybe it's him we need to talk to. My voice. My throat's definitely hurting. That's not just from speaking during stream. I'm so tired. Maybe it's the medicine I took earlier that was supposed to alleviate my allergic reaction. I still have no idea what I'm reacting to. I mean, it's August. Like, no weird grass seeds or the like. I think like that's highly unusual. Something else. I don't know. What have I? Maybe something like synthetic or chemical that my body doesn't like, but I don't know what exactly that could be. Like I have been dealing with weird lacquer and acetone, but yeah, the music is a little bit nicer here. And I'm always so tired. Isn't that just on brand for Ren, the interdimensional sleeper agent Ren and Tadim, nicknamed Sleepycon? Like seriously, it's unreal. I guess I should just go and sleep soon, go to bed soon, in the hopes that I will at least recover a little bit. Just sleeping one night is never enough for me. Like I have to go multiple nights, and like on each one I recover like 10% stamina or something like that. Anyway, I will say the usual stuff. I will stop right here for today. Tomorrow, as I mentioned earlier, unexpectedly so, 16 o'clock in the afternoon. It says, what is what? If you actually want an answer to something, ask more clearly, or you type that way too fast. Yeah, okay. Yeah, thanks Astro as well, you too. My brief debriefing short. Tomorrow, 16 o'clock, 4 PM. Unusual time for me. I wouldn't expect any of my regulars though. Basically, what I have planned is a little collab with some people I have known for a while that I have collabed before, but I didn't stream it. If everything goes to plan, we should be playing, what is it actually pronounced, like Matcha Chameleon? One of the more popular collab games of the past months at this point. I want to play Big Walk 2. Maybe I can convince those guys to give that a chance. But maybe we will play something else in case we don't get enough people, because the game is probably more fun with a bunch of people. Oh, I need to control those guys and wrestle them into behaving themselves. Like, like, imagine 10 guys in a stream. Like right now I know only like of me included 3 or 4 guys, which is not enough for that game in my opinion, but I don't know, the organizer is, yeah, organizer is the actual word. They said like, yeah, matcha comedian, yeah, right, probably best with like 10 guys. Maybe they can pull it off. Maybe they can mobilize that many people. Like what I like to do with that many people around is like really all orderly, everyone actually introducing themselves on stream to each other if that's the first time meeting, which it will definitely be with some of the people there, the actual host I have interacted with. I kind of triggered that one. They are doing regular collabs with some people. I had mentioned that, can we do this? And they were like, yeah, sure, how about Thursday? So I'm not the co-host or anything, but and like I invited myself, or like I caused them to organize a little collab, I guess. That might be the right way to put it. And that's gonna happen tomorrow afternoon, because they can't stream as late, even though we are in a similar time zone. Friday, no idea. You know what? I have pretty much already committed to Dave the Diver on Saturday, so I'm gonna stick to that. And I will only play this again in exactly 1 week on Wednesday again. Monday should be Stalker time again. I still need to find some time for Motor Slice though. We have like 3 more levels in that game. I wanna play more of that as well. And after all of that is done, only 2 more weeks to bridge until Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave releases, which I'm very much looking forward to. And same day actually, the remake of the second game in the series is coming out, which I also plan to play, but I think we should take like at least 2 to 3 weeks of a break before we do. Like if we finish this next week, like I would wait at least 2.5 weeks from that point onward. That's the plan. I don't need to talk shop that much after this stream. I will rest my voice and my eyes is what I'm gonna rest. My allergy-ridden eyes is what I'm gonna rest. And I'm just gonna say, I would have to put in a rule in place to like asking once or twice about movies is okay. Like, have you seen movie X? Have you seen movie Y? I'd much rather discuss things like what is your favorite movie? That kind of question I could actually answer. Or like, what kind of movie do you usually like? That is more along the lines of what I think this kind of interaction through chat could look like. But like, I implore you, please do not repeatedly ask me about movies. Just trying to check off you know what says? I don't know what's wrong with you. That is not how Why would you think after I've just explained what I'm going to do tomorrow? Why are you now suggesting that I have to do something different? Specifically playing Smash Bros for Wii U? Can I? You know, just on principle, you're getting a 10-minute timeout. Wait, they deleted all the messages? Insane. Sorry about that, but you are really overstepping boundaries there, and you keep doing it. Like, this is your first warning. If it happens like a third time, I will actually straight up ban you. I'm sorry, but this is distracting and really off-putting. It really takes me out of my whole concept here. Either way, I'm done. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube and on Twitch. Thanks for chatting. Astro, you carried today. Thanks very much. Yeah, you have a great one too. Everyone have a great one. Even the people who did not chat. Like, there were a couple of people dropping in and out a couple of moments, and I hope that they would give me a chance by subscribing and following if they can. Like, I want people to chat. I should encourage that more, like specifically just post a message in chat at the start of every stream, like, haha, welcome to my stream, please chat. Yeah. This is enough. Thanks for watching, goodbye, until next time, take care.